the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Philippine Army moves to declare Iloilo insurgency-free. Tacloban Court convicts journalist and aid worker in terrorism financing case. DSWD to provide cash for work for more than 1,000 Mayon affected families. DAI's 300,000 metric ton rice imports to stabilize supply and prices. Hello to our viewers, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Friday, January 23, and this is AFP Community News, your trusted source for updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the Philippine Army said Iloilo Province may soon be declared insurgency-free as it moves to recommend the area for stable internal peace and security status. Theo 1st Infantry Brigade Commander Brigadier General Niel Richard Patricio said no armed rebel sightings have been recorded in the province over the past year. He noted that successful arrests, surrenders, and utilizations of leaders have reduced New People's Army strength in Panay to a minimal and largely inactive level. The Army said the declaration would support development and investment while security forces continue operations across the island.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
At the Tacloban City Court, convicted journalist Frenchie May Campio and humanitarian worker Mariel Domiquel of terrorism financing, but acquitted them of illegal possession of firearms and explosives. Authorities arrested the two last February 7, 2020 at the office of alternative media outlet Eastern Vista, along with three others activists known as the Tacloban Five. The Regional Trial Court Branch 45 said only Campio and Domiquel have received judgments so far, while cases against the other accused remain pending or under bail. Campio and Domiquel both denied links to armed groups, with supporters citing their work in journalism and advocacy for farmers' rights in Eastern Visayas.
Armed Forces Radio.
From our report on the ground, let's hear the report of Mike about 21st IB and MHO partner for measles rubella immunization in Sulu. Go, Mike.
The 21st Infantry Battalion partnered with the Municipal Health Office of Panglima Istino in conducting a measles rubella supplement immunization in Barangay Gata-Gata, Sulu yesterday. The activity aimed to protect children from measles and rubella and strengthen the government's public health campaign. Through close coordination, the troops helped ensure a safe and orderly vaccination process. Officials said the partnership enabled more children to receive essential health services. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mike.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy boosted its maritime patrol and defense capability with the commissioning of BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Diego Silang and the upcoming service entry of BRP Raha Sulaiman. Navy officials said the new ships will extend operational reach across the country's vast maritime domain and allow the formation of more surface action groups for mission-specific operations. The modern vessels strengthened the Navy's growing fleet of surface combatants and improved its ability to protect national waters. The Navy said the expansion supports sustained maritime security, deterrence, and rapid response operations nationwide.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Air Force intensified aerial search and rescue operations after a lone survivor was found drifting near the maritime boundary with Indonesia following a motorbank capsizing in the Davao Gulf. PAF assets are conducting area reconnaissance over the Davao Gulf, Sarangani waters, and nearby international areas to locate 14 still missing passengers and crew. The Air Force also carried out the medical evacuation of survivor Christopher Bulig from Balut Island to Camp Panakan Hospital in Davao City for treatment and psychosocial care. Authorities said the PAF continues to play a critical role in the multi-agency rescue effort as operations expand amid challenging sea conditions.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Maljoy of 1st CRG about 69th IB successfully conducts coastal cleanup drive in Zambales.
Yes, Rofh, the 69th Infantry Cavalry Battalion once again demonstrated their concern for the environment and community after conducting a coastal cleanup drive in Barangay Dampay, Candelaria, Zambales in partnership with the Philippine Coast Guard and the local government of Barangay Dampay together with the community's fishermen. The activity aims to protect maritime resources, maintain the cleanliness of the coast, and raise public awareness of the importance of environmental protection. Through the joint efforts of the troops of 69th Infantry Battalion, barangay officials, and fisher folks, the coast was successfully cleaned of garbage that could harm human health and marine life. The 69th Infantry Battalion continues to promote programs that aim to protect the environment, strengthen communities, and promote peace and development in the province of Zambales. This is Meldray Nesho Oroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Maljoy of 1st CRG.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A Philippine Army Reservist discovered a cache of live hand grenades at a public cemetery in Lucban, Quezon. PFC Bismarck Floyd Mandaing of the 404th Ready Reserve Infantry Battalion uncovered 120 grenades concealed beneath a fallen tree while visiting the site. He immediately coordinated with authorities, secured the area, and ensured public safety. Explosive ordnance disposal teams later arrived to assess and safely handle the recovered explosives.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the Department of Social Welfare Development announced that a Cash for Work program will be provided to 1,323 families affected by the continuing unrest of Mayon volcano. DSWD Assistant Secretary Eileen Dumlao said, these families include farmers and fisher folk whose livelihoods were disrupted by the volcanic activity. She explained when they first visited Albay, they already assured that additional interventions will be provided apart from the usual food and non-food items. Under the CFW program, beneficiaries will receive financial aid based on the regional minimum wage rate multiplied by 30 days. Each beneficiary is expected to receive more than 13,000 pesos a month in exchange for community-based work such as planting in vacant areas, tending livestock, maintaining sanitation facilities in evacuation centers, and similar activities.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCO, let us hear some information from Juan. 503rd Brigade receives ISO Streamer Award for Excellence in Internal Security. Go, Joanne.
The 503rd Infantry Brigade Philippine Army was awarded the Internal Security Operations Streamer Award during the Northern Luzon Command New Year's Call and Year-End Campaign Assessment. The award was conferred in recognition of the brigade's outstanding accomplishments as a tactical unit of the 5th Infantry Division Philippine Army, which led to the successful dismantling of weakened guerrilla front Baggas under the Ilocos Cordillera Regional Committee. This achievement highlights the 503rd Infantry Brigade's significant contribution to internal peace and security through intensified military and intelligence operations, community support programs, and close coordination with law enforcement agencies and local stakeholders. These efforts were carried out in line with the national government's whole-of-nation approach to addressing the root causes of insurgency. This is John Sagok reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Juan from NOLCO.
DWDD National News.
Domestic workers or kasambahay in Metro Manila are set to receive an additional 800 pesos in their salaries early next month. These after the Regional Tripartite Wage and Productivity Board National Capital Region approved the wage order granting the adjustment. The National Wages and Productivity Commission said the measure will raise the monthly pay of kasambahays in the region from 7,000 to 7,800 per month, effective February 7 or after 15 days from the order's publication. Covered by the salary adjustment are general house help, whether stay-in or live-out, iyaya, cook, gardener, laundry person, and any person who regularly performs domestic work in one household in an occupational basis.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Education has enhanced the alternative learning system to better align it with the formal kindergarten to grade 12 or K-12 curriculum. The move also targets to strengthen pathways to allow out-of-school children, youth, and even adults to acquire education, life skills, and increase employability credentials. Education Secretary Sonia Angara said the enhanced ALS is designed to function as a credible and flexible alternative to formal schooling rather than a stopgap program. Angara added they are promoting education with dignity and opportunity, especially for those left behind or marginalized by the system.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And some information from Leonor about 12 IB showcases readiness at Hamindan Binuligay Festival.
The 12th Infantry Battalion joined the Hamindan Binuligay Festival 2026 in Hamindan Capiz to strengthen community engagement. During the event, troops conducted squad battle drill demonstrations and displayed basic armaments to highlight unit readiness and transparency. The battalion also joined the Sadsad Halad with the 3rd Infantry Division to honor local religious and cultural traditions. Army officials said the activity reaffirmed the unit's commitment to community partnership, cultural respect, and nation building. This is Leonor Tanap reporting for FP Community News, 1FP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Leonor.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our announcement, good news for our AFP pensioners whose pension accounts are with the Land Bank of the Philippines. We would like to inform you that you may now withdraw your pension for the month of January today, January 23, Friday. And meanwhile, AFP pensioners whose pension accounts are with the Development Bank of the Philippines and the Philippine Veterans Bank may withdraw their pension on January 26 on Monday of this month. Additional information, pensioners whose accounts are tagged as hold may coordinate with the AFP PGMC office or call their hotline at 0966-311-5003. Again, 0966-311-5003.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, the Department of Agriculture is considering an initial importation of 300,000 metric tons of rice in February. This is part of its calibrated measures to stabilize supply and retail prices following a consultation with industry stakeholders which assured support for local farmers. The DA said that Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laral Jr. secured the commitments from rice millers and importers for continued support for local farmers by maintaining minimum palay buying prices during the approaching harvest season. Meanwhile, traders also assured continued purchase of palay at no less than 17 pesos per kilo for wet palay and 21 pesos per kilo for dry palay, depending on quality.
DWDD National News.
A total of 90,727 Filipino workers have benefited from the Pag-ibig Funds Loan Program in 2025. This amounts to 140.54 billion in loan releases, an 8% increase from 129.73 billion pesos in 2024. Pag-ibig Fund CEO Marilyn Acosta said the workers have either bought housing units or financed home construction, renovation, or improvement. Meanwhile, Housing Secretary Jose Ramon Aliling said The housing loan accomplishment in 2025 reflected the sustained work by the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development under the expanded Pambansang Pabahay para sa Pilipino program to help more Filipino workers secure decent homes.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Shira, updates about authorities arrest 2 foreign nationals for immigration violations in Zamboanga.
Yes, good afternoon. Authorities arrested 2 foreign nationals in separate operations in Zamboanga Peninsula for alleged immigration law violations. In Aurora, Zamboanga del Sur, operatives detained a Chinese national accused of running an illegal business beyond the scope of his work visa. In Buog, Zamboanga, Sibugay, another foreigner was arrested for allegedly operating a business while holding only a tourist visa. The Bureau of Immigration took custody of the suspects of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, pledged continued support in enforcing immigration laws and safeguarding national security. This is Shira Rivera reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Shira.
DWDD National News.
Meanwhile, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. ordered the review of the provisions of the proposed anti-dynasty bill. This aims to ensure that it balances legal precision with practical enforcement. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro said Marcos issued the directives during Tuesday's meeting in Malacanang, where they discussed key components that could be proposed for the anti-dynasty bill. She explained that discussions focused on the levels of prohibition, the degrees of familial relationships to be covered, as well as the types of relationships considered, including consanguinity and affinity and positions covered.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. assured the public that the discomfort he experienced last Wednesday night is not life-threatening. In a video message, Marcos said he is feeling much better as the issue was addressed. He revealed that he was diagnosed with diverticulitis, a digestive condition that occurs when small pouches in the wall of the colon become inflamed or infected. Marcos said the condition can affect people who are stressed or advancing in age. The chief then executive acknowledged that his doctor has advised him to slow down, but stressed that he must continue performing his duties.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let's hear more from Amy about the India and Germany boost defense ties during high-level meeting.
Department of National Defense Undersecretary Angelito de Leon met with German Minister of State Florian Hahn at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Both sides underscored their shared commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific and a rules-based international order as the Philippines prepares to chair ASEAN in 2026. The officials discussed expanding cooperation under the Philippines-Germany Defense Cooperation Arrangements signed in May 2025. Talks also explored peacekeeping, training opportunities, and defense industry collaboration in support of the Philippines Self-Reliant Defense Posture Program. This is Ami reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ami.
DWDD National News.
Meanwhile, the Department of Public Works and Highways said the expansion project of a drainage system along G. Araneta Avenue in Quezon City is set to be completed next month. Public Works Secretary Vince Dizon, who inspected the project, said they are looking to finish in February the expansion works in the area prone to flooding. Dizon said the agency is taking advantage of the lack of rain. The area often gets flooded during heavy rains, making it impassable to vehicles.
DWDD National News.
The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority and the Valenzuela City government have begun the cleanup of Calabingcoho River. This aims to reduce flooding in the National Capital Region through the clearing of garbage and silt from waterways. The cleanup in the approximately 2-kilometer stretch of the river is part of the MMDA's Bayanihan sa Estero program launched by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. towards improving water flow and mitigating flooding in communities. MMDA General Manager Nicholas Torre III said the agency remains committed in rehabilitating major waterways in Metro Manila.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Jimboy about the Army Chief highlights Finance Center's role in operational readiness.
Army Chief Lieutenant General Antonio Navarrete praised the Finance Center, Philippine Army, for sustaining operational readiness during his visit at Port Bonifacio, Taguig City. He stressed that financial fitness is as vital as physical fitness, ensuring soldiers can focus on their mission. Lieutenant General Navarrete said timely and transparent financial support directly safeguards troop welfare and family security. He urged Finance Center personnel to uphold professionalism, sharpen skill, and continue strengthening Army system. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
Motorists in Pasay City are advised to expect heavy traffic due to road closures on Sunday, January 25. This is due to the Santo Niño Grand Procession that is expected to draw thousands of devotees. The Pasay Traffic and Parking Management Office said roads would be closed starting at noon ahead of the 3 p.m. procession that will affect Durham Park, FB Horizon, and sections of EDSA. Ross Boulevard will be partially closed from EDSA to Traders Hotel, while Buendia Avenue and Ross Boulevard intersections will also have restricted access. Authorities urge drivers to take alternate routes including Jokno Boulevard, Macapagal Avenue, P. Ocampo Street, Taft Avenue, and Park Avenue to avoid congestion.
DWDD Armed Forces
And
News.
that concludes today's broadcast, and thank you for your continued support, particularly to our viewers in AFP Radio DWDD's official Facebook page. Join us again next week for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.